And you know what?
Yeah.
Is that my phone?
Recording? You're going to record? No.
I did. Oh, that's the iPad across the room. No, I'm like, what is that? So it's Monday night, May 18th, and Monday nights are like perfect for me. I was asking my husband, what is the one night or, one or two nights that I can count on you to be home early so I can work. And like I have a lot of my team works a regular job, like a 9 to 5, and they can only do calls at night. Mm-hmm. And he gets home early on Mondays. Yeah. And I would like to start Monday night Zooms, like maybe not weekly, but maybe every other week, just to answer questions. Like people just throw out questions, topics that they want to discuss. Whoever can get on, can get on. And, because I mean, I don't know. I don't think once a month is enough, and some people can't make it for the 4:00 time slot that we do. So, anyway, I like this time slot. I like that we can have a glass of wine together and just cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we'll hope that Alma jumps on, but we'll get going. So, Alma and Michelle have asked specific questions about genealogy in the past few days. And so I asked Alma, can we do a Zoom and you can pull up a screenshot of your graphical genealogy? So Michelle, are you familiar with looking at your sponsorship drill down?
Yeah, in the yes.
Okay.
Under the business tab and the full genealogy is that, yep.
Yeah. So have you looked at the graphical genealogy where it actually shows the icon of a person and it shows this? Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. That is where you're going to see, if you haven't already, like you're on my strong leg. You're underneath Jessica and Sheila and Natalie. So you're going to have people put underneath you a lot. You are in a really, really good position. So you are on my right leg and you're going to be, okay, so hang on. Let me just I'll pull up a screenshot.
I actually watched some YouTube videos to try to understand like the concept at first.
Yeah.
Scotty Hobbs has 2 amazing videos. If you haven't watched them yet,
Scotty Hobbs. Okay.
Yeah.
I think one of them was a guy, and it was like, I don't know if this is legit, but it was, since one of my my right leg is my fiance, they said for anybody that just wants to buy up like a 21, just the program, which I'm not like big on, but when I first started, like someone came to me, I was like, I just want to buy the program and that's it, to like essentially put those customers on under his coach ID so that it will cycle my team bonus.
Perfect.
So I learned that, but I don't know.
Good. That's a good lesson to learn early. Perfect.
Instead of, so anybody that doesn't want to buy a challenge pack, I'll use his coach ID for them to sign up. And then, so I did learn that out of the YouTube video, which I was like, oh, okay.
I bet you that was on Scotty Hobbs.
I think it was, because I was like, babe, you need to set up your EFT, because, so he at least set that up, because he doesn't know if he wants to be active or not yet, so.
Cool. That is such a good strategy. And Vito calls it double dipping. When you have your spouse below you and you funnel all your sales through them. So that way you're still creating the volume for you. Mm-hmm. Chuck and I do that. So like this could be we could spend a whole Zoom on this, but he has a lot of volume from the studio that he puts through me. So he'll do you get 1 month free of CrossFit with the purchase of a challenge pack. And so he'll just give people my link and funnel it through me, because the income comes to our family, it's joint income, but we're both still though trying to hit, Success Club. And so we have to balance out who goes where, so for me, it's more important for me. I'm below him though. So it's opposite of what you guys are. Mm-hmm. And you too, Jessica, you and Bruce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's more important for me to hit Success Club than it is for him. And so it took us a long time to figure out how to do that and how to work that, but
and I actually have a couple on my team, Brandon and Aaron, they did the same thing where they put Brandon first, even though Aaron's going to be working the business mostly, and they put Aaron below, kind of like you guys. And at first on the sneak peek, she was talking about that right when we got done with it, and she's like, I think I want to do it that way. And I said, well, I guess I didn't know at that time. I was like, well, I guess if you, I mean, Shelly has it that way. And so, but they're going to both work the business, but she's putting under him. And I don't know if that was something they looked up first but now I need to help them kind of with that. So I might have questions for you. They're very brand new. They're just in, beginning rock the basics.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad strategy at all.
I don't think so either.
Super, super smart.
I know.
You've got him who's just kind of kicking back or even if he decides not to go full throttle with his business and just keeps himself emerald, then and it would depend on which leg.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. All right. Here we go. So this is probably like basic 101 back office stuff, but I'm going to show you guys my mess up. I was telling Michelle that in the beginning, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And my whole thought in the beginning was I just have to balance volume so that I keep my team cycle bonuses coming in. So I would go left, right, left, right, left, right. And I didn't know outside leg. I didn't know the basics. Outside leg. That's all you need to know. Go to the bottom of the outside leg. And when you're looking at your graphical genealogy like this, you're going to see lots of people underneath you. But you know that the PS, Michelle, means that that's your personally sponsored.
Right.
Okay.
Is the right one somebody that just like
she canceled her coach account?
Okay. So kind of like what my other one is doing every other month.
No. So she will just show up inactive like these gray people over here.
Okay.
So when she's inactive, she'll be gray. Yeah. If she cancels,
then she's X.
Let's just, tell her that you are going to be on fire. And if she's holding one of your top 2 spots on your, I mean, like this girl over here, Olivia, she was one of my first, she was one who took me to Emerald. And so that was over 2 years ago. And so I just got back with her and she's always stayed active, but she's not a coach. She doesn't coach. And I go, do you understand how many people are under you and how much volume there is under you? Do you think you might want to talk about this? So she's like, yeah, let's have a play date. So we did. Yeah. She's now in my challenge group and she's always been active, loves Shakeology. I caught her on Facebook. She's like #in Beachbody, #Pio. And I go, do you want to revisit this? And she's like, yeah, I think I do. So anyway, I was able to pull up like how much volume she has under her. How many coaches she has under her. She has like 44 coaches or something under her.
Man.
So anyway, what I started doing was I went Olivia, Angela, and then Alma was one of my first, and then Sheila and Mike. They were all in the same challenge group together. It was really funny. It was a kick-ass challenge group, like my very first ever 30-day challenge group. And I got like 4 or 5 Sabrina down here. Tons of coaches came out of that because I was just on fire. I was super pumped. The challenge group was amazing, just so full of energy, so full of interaction. Of course, I didn't have a team at the time. I was just coaching my challengers, and I was just like on fire, and they were on fire, and it was completely awesome. And everybody wanted to be coaches after that. Right, Alma? You remember that?
I always hear about that one. And you guys all met up afterward and everything?
We went to Peppers for margaritas, and we celebrated our challenge group. So I ended up, here was my mistake. I put Sheila, can you guys see my mouse icon?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I put Sheila on the inside, and that was a big no-no. Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't even know how I ended up putting her there. So she ended up there. So poor little Mike is out here, which he's a discount coach anyway. Yeah. But if he was trying to build his business, he would be like on a deserted island with nobody there to help him. Yeah. Sheila, on the other hand, so when Vito was like, okay, let's pull up a screenshot of your genealogy, show me what you have. And he looked at this, he goes, what in the hell did you do? I go, I don't know.
But the thing is that, did you know these people were going to do, sometimes you don't know, or if you do know, you put them on the outside leg of your weak leg, right?
No, well, it should always be outside leg no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah.
And then regarding weak or strong side, as you grow your team and as you have a picture of what people are doing, like now with, 200 downline coaches under me, without a doubt, it didn't take 2 years. It took
Okay.
6, 8, 9 months. And I started seeing who was working. Like Sheila from the get-go was a business builder.
Okay.
Alma was a business builder. Sabrina was never a business builder.
Okay.
So anyway, I just looked at like as I was adding coaches, because you guys, I don't have a strong side or a weak side. I don't have anybody ever put under me unless it's from Chuck, and Chuck doesn't work his business.
Okay.
He's my sponsor coach, and above him, 2 levels above him is Vito.
Okay.
We must be on Vito's weak leg because we never have
leg because you don't get
us.
the people. Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't get anybody on mine either.
Yeah. So,
and actually, I was actually watching Scotty Hobbs' video, and he said that's how you can tell if you don't know what is your weak or strong leg, whatever the leg is that people are putting under. And I'm like, well, mine never has that. So then I just I actually just put in preferred placement, and I put weak leg, outside weak leg, and then I see where the person is hit, where they're lit up, in red. Then that's how I figured out my weak or strong leg. I didn't know what my leg was that was weak or strong either.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Yeah.
You lost me.
Well, I didn't know what my weak or strong leg is, because unless you don't have people being put underneath you, like if somebody's above you and putting people underneath you, you can see what leg is your strong leg, because that's the leg that the people are going to be put under. On my genealogy, I have nobody putting anybody except I only have my own coaches.
Oh,
so you're on Sheila's
weird
leg.
So does that make sense, Shelly?
Yeah.
So I must be on her weak leg. Yeah.
I'm looking here and see what I can find.
So I don't get anybody putting any. I'm on my own too. I don't get anybody putting anything.
Mine looks a mess. Then I don't even want. I think I've just been putting people on my left and right.
Yeah, me too. That's how I do it. That's the way I did it, because of I was getting to diamond. I want 4 on this side and 4 on this side, all on the outside legs.
Yeah. Okay, so that is good. That's not a bad thing. That's a strategy, but you have to decide what's more important for you, rank or income. My thing was get to diamond and then worry about income. And then
mine was get to diamond and then
Yeah, because diamond is like quick. It's 8 coaches. It's not going to affect your income a whole bunch. But once you're there, then you have to really strategize for 1 star, 2 star, because you can only go 2 star if you have 1 diamond on each side. So you can't work on just continuing to build like your weak leg. You can't just focus all on your weak leg. Yeah. Because then, if you're not putting any business builders on the other side, you'll be stuck at 1 star.
Yeah.
I'm just going to I don't even know where I'm going. I'm looking for you, Jessica, but I'm just kind of looking under Michelle. Michelle, looks like you, Becky Landon. Whose coach is Becky?
Yeah, that's me.
She's your coach. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's the one that just went every other month, Shakeology.
Okay. So,
and then Brandon's on my right side.
And then Brandon's right there.
Okay, so Michelle, your left side is going to be your strong leg.
Yeah.
Because that will be the side that I put coaches under you on.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon will be your weak leg. So since you can always be in control of Brandon's active status, you definitely want to add your next coach under Becky. Okay. And that will ensure, and then if you get an idea of what that coach wants to do with their business, you might even want to add your next coach after that under Becky as well. And one of Michelle's questions, you guys, I had never heard this question. It makes perfect sense though. If you put another coach under Becky, but not in Becky's spot, like down here, and Becky goes inactive, do you still stay Emerald? Yes, because that person doesn't have to actually take over this spot. It just has to be on that same leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you might put your next 2 on your left, or depending on how fast of a recruiter you are, if you're looking at volume, I would go 1 left, 1 right.
1 right, yeah.
Because you're getting that volume from Brandon, and then you're going to get your volume from your new coaches on your left. And then once so Jessica was right. Getting to diamond is just strategy, 4 and 4. Unless you have any foresight, which sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, on who's actually going to work their business and who's going to fizzle out, it's hard to tell. But if you know somebody's coming in and they're gung-ho, then you can strategize a little bit better. But sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Where you can
So with a gung-ho person, you would put one on Becky's side and one on Brandon's side?
Yeah, because even before you get to diamond, you're going to want to think beyond diamond. So as you start to
I don't want to get stuck just getting to that level, because that's essentially what I did getting to Emerald. And I knew she wasn't going to coach, but I just wanted to get to that next level to get to Success Club 10, and which makes sense. And so, so that probably won't be my strategy since I took that the first route.
That's okay.
And it didn't work out.
Hey, you know what? You're doing so much better than I was before I even got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like, once you have like 4, 6 coaches, try to get an idea of who's doing what and who wants to go where, because once you get to diamond, then it's a matter of, okay, what are these coaches doing? Like, who's going to be my first diamond?
Right.
And then if I know that, like, this is how it looks for Natalie. It's Natalie, and then she's got Alex on one side, and then, other coaches on the other side. And, but she's looking at getting Alex to diamond so he can be one of her stars. So she'll be 1 star. And then that's easy, because that's like in your control. That's totally within your control. So it's kind of like a second business center, and it's completely beneficial, because that's income for you. So that makes a lot of sense. The only thing that Natalie did, which in the beginning we were like, she was shooting for, why did she do that? Oh, she was trying to get Alex to Emerald so that she could go diamond. That's what she was doing. So she was trying to get Alex to Emerald. So she put 2 coaches under Alex. Well, one of those happened to be April Bailey, who's like total rock star and going to be a diamond any day now. But it won't count as Natalie's diamond because she's under her husband.
No, I did not know that. That's awful. Because I'm doing the same thing. That's what I did with my husband. I got him.
Be careful who you're putting under your husband.
I know.
Because if he's not going to work his business, he only needs, really discount coaches. Yeah, because that might be a diamond that you're giving away. That's why
I might have made. Yeah.
Did you give him a good one, Jessica?
Yeah. But I didn't know. She was gonna. I didn't know. So you don't know. Sometimes you don't
another
know.
thing before I lose my thought is some coaches will ask, can I give one of my other coaches a new coach to get them to Emerald to help me get to diamond?
Yeah.
That would not be advisable, because I'm going to tell you the situation that happened with us. One of our trainers at the studio, super duper awesome guy. We were bringing on all of our trainers at the studio, like, giving them this opportunity, like, hey, we want to help you guys and we want to help increase your income. And this is a way, it's like a win-win for everybody, because it doesn't increase our payroll. It gives us the opportunity to give you like your clientele and help them even deeper, add more value to them, and, increase your income. And so one of the guys that we brought on, we got him to Emerald right away with 2 of our personal friends as discount coaches. And then he quit and left the studio. And so now he's in Emerald collecting income from our business. And he ended up canceling his coach account. But the moral of the story is don't. Just don't. Don't ever give
Only for your
away spouse. Yes.
Yeah.
If it's because then also I talked to Vito a lot about this in the beginning. Also, it creates that kind of sense of entitlement maybe with your coaches, like they're not working for their pay as much as they should be. If you're just giving them a rank advancement, that's not good. So I would not do that. Alma, do you want to pull up your screen share of your back office of your genealogy?
Yeah, how do I do that?
So I think I have to go out of screen share. Let's see. Oh, stop share. Okay. So are you on your phone or computer?
Computer.
So do you see at the bottom of the screen, hi, Benny. Does it say screen share on the Zoom window?
Yeah.
In green? Okay, click on that. And then it's going to show you a whole bunch of screens that you can choose from. So if you don't have your back office pulled up, open up a window and pull that up. And then it'll give you the option to share that window.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I guess.
I have been drinking so much water. I don't know. Or I've been peeing
me too
so
today.
much.
More so.
And here's Alma over here. She's like, wait, hang on. I got to go to the bathroom. Alma, what's your due date again? I know I have it in my calendar.
It's any day now.
It's any day now. Woohoo!
So like,
I can't believe you're at Walmart. What are we doing at Walmart? You're like gonna have a baby any minute.
I know, and it was so terrible. I was so angry.
Oh, I bet.
Can you guys see the screen now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alma, tell me your due date again. I thought I put it in my calendar.
I'm due on the 28th, but
Oh.
I'm hoping it comes. You know, I just want him to come already. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in my calendar. Okay.
I'm 3 centimeters dilated as of last Thursday.
Oh.
So 75% effaced.
Oh.
And I'm really sorry.
Every conference call.
I don't know.
Yeah, really. Might happen right now.
I know. I even mowed the lawn today, hoping I'm like, maybe I'll go to
Are you off work
I don't
already?
know.
Are you on maternity?
No, I'm not actually. I didn't go into work today because doctor ordered my feet up,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
and I can't wear the required footwear. So
Your feet won't fit.
yeah, no, they won't. They're
No.
really bad. Can you go downstairs with Dad, please? Go downstairs with Dad and ask him for some tea. Okay. So anyway, so I came home today, but I'm going back tomorrow because I got some shoes that I could wear, and I'm just gonna finish up the week and the best I can. Let's see. Coach in the office.
Can you sit back in your chair at your desk with your feet up on your desk?
Kind of. It's not the most comfortable, thing. So, but I don't know. I'm just trying to, do the best that I can this week and then call it quits.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question when we get.
Go for it.
Okay, baby, it's kind of young.
Okay, so here I am. And this isn't mine, Sabrina Walters. I'm not sure who she is.
Okay.
Is she yours?
You're on a strong leg then.
Sabrina is my coach.
Okay. And then Sandy, who is mine, and she's not active anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have Tanya, Alicia, none of them active. I can't see it because of our faces are covering up the side of my screen.
You can move that little window, our window. You can move it so it's across horizontal.
Okay. So I put Esther right here, and I should have put her over here under Jose, right?
Mm-hmm. Who's under Esther?
I don't know. Oh, I think my sister.
Okay.
And then this is Esther's coach, Lupita.
Okay. Go back up. Okay, I don't want to scare you, Alma. Okay. This was the thing that Vito did to me in the beginning. Okay, guys, this is a perfect example of a coach who did not teach her downline what to do. I'm sorry, Alma. We can fix this. Actually, we can't move anybody. You can move somebody only 5 days after. So if you have any question whatsoever when you're bringing on a new coach, let me or your sponsor coach know right away. You have 5 days to move them. So this is okay, Alma, because look, it's still right leg, left leg. So it's okay. It's all still volume. Jane is okay because she's not working and probably never will, right?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So
No, Kirsten is like
Kirsten's
really on
awesome,
fire, and obviously Esther.
Mm-hmm.
good. Okay. So here's the deal. Kesha, yeah, maybe, hopefully. Hard to tell. At this point, you're
In and out.
okay. So at this point, your strong people, here's what we're going to go with. Your strong people are Kirsten and Esther.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're going to need to do, depending on what Kesha does, because Kesha might, or you know what, this might be an opportunity for you to talk to Kesha and go, you know, I'm working on building my team, and I'm placing coaches underneath coaches who are in this for the long haul because I want to help you build your income. And you would, in essence, you would be taking from Kirsten if you placed under Kesha, because then Kirsten would be all alone.
Right.
And you don't necessarily want to flip flop back and forth where you put people. Like I'm not talking about right leg, left leg right now. I'm just talking about under Kesha or Kirsten, because they're both on your left leg, right?
Okay. Left leg. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to decide and commit and stick with where you're going to put people. Is it either going to be under Kesha or Kirsten? Because it's going to be a really unstable, it just wouldn't be fair to either of them. Like if you go back and forth, the income is going to be the same for you because it's still all on your left leg. But if Kirsten is like kicking butt and she's not seeing a lot of action or a lot of help from you, it's kind of discouraging. So if you are placing people under her because you know that she's working, then that just makes more sense. Otherwise she's going to be alone, just kind of like, on my downline, like Mike is over there off to the side alone, which turned out okay because he's a discount coach.
Yeah.
But then Jane and Esther is going to keep on going. She's going to be a great coach. So what you need to do now is forget the whole outside bottom leg. Just forget that. Just erase that from your memory. Okay. And so for you now, Alma, it's going to be your right side. Okay, get your pencil. It's going to be your right side outside inside leg, because you have on your right side, you have an outside and an inside. Jose is your outside on your right leg, and Elisa is your inside on your right leg.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put anybody under Elisa or Jane.
No.
So forget that even exists.
Okay.
So from now on, your new normal, your new outside leg is Jose, Esther, and then whoever was under Esther. So that is going to be where you'll put people on your right side.
So forget the outside. So on the inside, so the next person I should place should be right underneath Esther on her right side.
Well, now comes the question. If you're shooting for diamond first, then you have to look at how many active you have on each side.
Yeah.
Well, I'm putting,
So on your left, you have Kesha, Kirsten, and Tanya, who may or may not go active again.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? Who are active.
Shakeology, so I'm hoping she buys. I mean, she gets the coach discount waived because she's the military.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't pay that ever. So it's just, when she buys her Shakeology. So, and so she was like, yeah, I'm gonna, I need some, but I don't want to say buy the freaking Shakeology.
Yeah. Well, if she knows,
I'm almost there.
If she knows, though.
If she knows what your goals are, Alma, you can just be like, I need you to help. Like, if you're going to order Shakeology, could you do it by such and such date? And just say, I'm shooting for Diamond, and this means a lot to me. And I know that you've been, like, you joined this opportunity because you wanted to coach, and maybe you don't want to coach now, maybe you do, but I know you love Shakeology. So if you're going to plan to place an order anytime soon, I'm shooting for this goal by this date. Can you help me out?
Yeah, I'll message her tonight. Like, I'll even buy it if you just make a purchase.
Well, that is called bonus buying. And that is,
Don't
that is
do
not
that. Don't do that.
I will. I'll message her.
You could, like,
she needed to, another one. She had some packets left from her previous order because they've been traveling back and forth from Oregon. So she
I did what Shelly said. There was somebody in between, and she was just going to be a VIP, but she waited too. The same thing. She had an extra one, and all I did was send her a quick message and said, "I'm trying to reach for this goal by this certain date. I was just wondering," the same thing. Like, I was just wondering when you're going to be ordering, and it so happened to be that she was going to be doing it the following month. But then that helped me plan. So she didn't do it for me, which is fine. Now she did. So now she's active. But it just helped me to know whether they're waiting for it to happen. Yeah, exactly. And then that's when I knew I needed to place someone under my husband. That's how it happened.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I have 4 already on my right leg that are active. So if Tanya goes active with her purchase of Shakeology, I could put my husband under. See, right now I have Keisha as the red, right? Yeah, as preferred placement. And because I was planning on putting Alex there, because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to put him way over here on these guys at the very, you know what I mean? On my very, very left.
No, because I don't know if you even could. Could you?
No, I don't think so. So I have a question about that. What if can you go up above again one more time? Yeah. Who are these people under? So these are not, so who's Sandy?
That was one of my coaches. But she won't work the business anymore.
And will she order Shakeology again?
I doubt it. I can reach out to her, but we still talk and everything.
The reason is I'm asking is, Shelly, and totally tell me if I'm wrong, can somebody be replaced if they cancel?
Yeah, I wondered about that. I heard somebody ask that, and Lindsay asked it on the Diamond page. And there is a procedure. You have to have somebody ready to go into that spot right away when that person cancels.
Yep. Yes. So Charlotte is doing that. That's the reason why I bring it up. Oh. I think Charlotte's doing that with her spouse and now no longer going to be there. And she offered it to someone else.
Wow, that would be a good strategy, Alma, because man, if you put your husband up there,
you want him further up. You want him further up. I mean,
so if you know that Sandy or even Jose, I wouldn't say Elisa, don't worry about that side. Remember, just ignore this side from now on, Elisa and Jane.
Yeah.
Pretend that's not even there. So if you know that Sandy or Jose has no hope of ever becoming a active coach again, then just say,
Jose might become active, but he'll never, I can't count on him to ever work the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't take him out then. I mean,
yeah.
But Sandy, I know she'll never work the business, and she might not ever want to do this.
So right now she's paying the monthly business fee. And she's basically, that's, $16 a month that she's paying with either a couple things could happen. You'll either get a notice from corporate that you have, these coaches who haven't been keeping up with their fees and they're going to be terminated. Like inactive coaches sometimes just quit paying their fees and then their account is canceled. Or you could get to her and say, if you don't think that you're ever going to work the business again, you should just cancel your account. Like, I'm trying to strategize as I'm building my team. And you're in a really valuable spot that it could be really beneficial for you. But if you aren't maximizing that, then I'd like to give it to somebody else.
Okay. And who would I give it to?
Your husband. Put your husband in there. You guys, man, seriously.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you are in this thing to work this business, like for the long haul, can you imagine being one of the coaches that got Trina Gray to Emerald? Can you imagine being up there, or Vito?
Can you imagine? I can't even imagine. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So just think of that as if you're paying $90, $100 a month to keep him active, you're going to be between what you guys could be making and what you're putting through him. That's like a drop in the bucket. That's nothing. $100 a month for what he could be making as being underneath you. If you're going to keep pushing in this business, he's got to be that spot holder. Like that is, just think of him as a spot holder.
So as soon as she cancels, like, can she cancel like tomorrow? Like, can she call Beachbody up and call?
I think so. I have to find what the procedure was, but somebody laid it all out, and then there's something in the policies and procedures from corporate that I have not read, so I'm not sure.
And I would just call because Charlotte, I didn't ask Charlotte the logistics of it, but she went and offered it to somebody and they said yes, and it's going to be a business builder. And so it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's definitely worth it if it's your spouse, especially.
Yeah.
So should I call the coach? Should I call the our coach number and tell them about it?
I would.
And see.
I would. And find out what the procedure is. Then that way you can talk to her after you have the information.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if, just like what Shelly said, I mean, she's in your prime spot.
Especially if Esther keeps going at the rate that she's going. It's like, It's like Alex benefits from that and you benefit from that. Both of your incomes will be affected by that.
Yep. Yeah.
So I don't know if that could happen by Wednesday, by your goal, Alma. I'm not 100% sure. But
call and find out and let us know tomorrow.
Who do you have active on your right? You said you have 4 active already on your right?
Yeah, I have Jane, Esther.
Jane, Esther, and then that person.
My sister, and or maybe my sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is that
That's only 3, I think.
Oh, okay. 3.
3.
1,
okay.
2, 3. 1, 2.
So you need 1, 2.
Okay, so I was gonna.
Tony.
I'll message Tonya.
Yeah.
And ask her about the Shakeology if she can make it.
Yeah, then you have 3.
I want Alex up here now.
Yeah.
Not down here, but and then I would need a discount coach. I would place if I had another discount coach. Where would I put them?
So think of it this way. You only have 2 options. Don't even worry about Jane. Don't worry about Kesha. And I don't say that to just be, dismissive of them, but but you should not be building under 3 or 4 legs. You need to be building under 2 legs.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at first your goal of diamond, you would put them, we're going to assume you can get Alex in on your right. So that would give you 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, Jane's
4.
on here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would give you 4 on your right.
1, 2, yeah.
So then your next discount code. Your next discount coach would go on your left under either Kirsten or Kesha, depending on who you think is gonna work more or who's serious about their business.
Right.
So the thing is, though, that you need an emerald on your left.
Is this Sabrina Walters active?
No.
Oh.
Anybody who's gray is not active.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of people way up top who are not active that I need to find out that strategy and just let them know.
Yeah. Move people in there. Yeah.
Excuse us, please.
That's the reason why I finally figured out why Amy Silverman always talks about, I can give you this spot. Like she'll do videos and she's like offering spots. And that's what she's doing. Like she's replacing people that are really high up on her genealogy. And I'm like, wow, that's exactly how it's working. See, I don't see all this because I only have mine on my genealogy. So I didn't know that was possible, but now I see how that is.
Yeah, her golden egg opportunity.
Yes, she talks about it all the time. Brianna's always asking me, what is this golden egg opportunity? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's giving away spots on her because people can make a lot of money.
Yeah, so she's positioning herself as, I think she was getting ready to open her 3rd business center.
Yes.
And so she is saying, hey, like, I'm getting a group of people who are ready to sign up as coaches, but you're not going to sign up until right after I sign up. Then I'm going to sign you guys up how's she doing that?
I thought she was replacing people, but maybe she's not. Maybe she's signing them up right under her.
I think she's signing them up first. And then she said, I'm going to put me under you so that I'm going to build my 3rd business center underneath you.
Yeah.
So that you receive this.
I don't get that.
I know I had to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
So basically it would be like if I knew I was bringing in a superstar coach.
Oh, okay.
And I was going to put them somewhere in my downline. And then I just said, hey, if you have ever thought about getting in on this opportunity, now's the time to do it, because I'm going to place you in my downline, and then Trina Gray is going to open up another business center under you. And you're going to, and you know that she's going to be on fire and she's going to build this team and this volume. So you're going to benefit from all of that, from being above her. So that's what she's doing. She's signing up all these people and then just saying and then you're going to be under me. So.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong.
No,
then I thought she was replacing people, and I was always like, man.
I don't know about that, but I'm going to look into that and find out more.
I don't know why because I don't know why you would want to do that. When Scotty Hobbs talks about it, he always puts himself first and then everybody, or his wife. He has his wife and then all the other people.
And when you have another business center, right?
Yeah, when you get to 2-star.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my question is, when do you place, so up here, do you see the screen up here where it says preferred placement? Do you choose preferred placement and then put, right now I have mine set as next available weak leg, or it says first leg available or something like that. And when I have that, that's the way I've always done it, just because, well, I guess I shouldn't say I've always done that. Right now, I was always going on the outside leg to get to diamond, and now I'm good and I have more coaches below now. But when I do that, the first available one that comes up is underneath, is my inside leg. It's my left, which is my weak, on my inside leg. Should I be doing my inside leg now?
I'm going to close out yours, Alma. Does that answer your questions, Alma? So imagine that you just have 2 legs now, okay? You've got Esther and then Kirsten.
You're down. Am I in a good position in yours?
What?
Or am I in a bad position in yours?
Where are you positioned in mine, Alma? Was that your question?
Yeah.
You are on my left side, all the way at the top. My computer's super slow. Sorry,
so
Jessica.
I have a random. This is kind of a side off. So if Brandon signed up with a challenge pack, he's automatically HD. I was going through and making like my Excel sheet with all my people that I've invited and all my challenges and so on and so forth, and who was on HD. I went to that screen and I looked at that, and it for some reason said Brandon was not HD. How is that possible?
I don't think it includes coaches on that list.
It'll just write
customers.
It'll just customers.
Okay, because his said no, and then he's like, no, my bill date is the 25th because we just canceled his Beachbody that the Beachbody Club membership,
Yeah.
since he wasn't going to be active, which was a good tidbit too. So thanks for that, Shelly. So then I can tell discount coaches that they can cancel that so that they don't think that they're not getting their 25% off their Shakeology.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that, and so that only is charged if they came on with a challenge pack, not just a bag of Shakeology, or not just the basic enrollment, but if they came on with a challenge pack.
Okay, got it.
So they don't have to worry about it if they just did a basic enrollment. So Alma, you're right here on my left.
Okay.
You're on my left outside,
Okay.
which is that's my weak leg, but which means like I've got all these firecrackers on my right side that are pumping out tons of volume, like Natalie and now Danny and Jessica and Judy's team. That's all on my right leg. So I have like $60,000 of volume on my right leg that I can't even touch because it doesn't balance out on my left.
Hey,
Chuck has 160,000 on his right leg because I'm on his right leg. So
Because you're on his right leg.
Yeah. If you can balance that out and you start tapping into volume, we can talk about that on another Zoom, but that's definitely.
Yeah, we can, because I started tapping into that this last weekend and I'm all messed up the same way. I'm the same way. I'm all messed up on that too.
Yeah.
I was wondering why I haven't been getting paid that much. That's why.
Oh, uh-huh.
you're crazy.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
Jessica, tell me your question again.
Okay, so when I put in preferred placement, okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know, so for instance, I've never known what side was my weak and my strong because no one had been placed below me. So that doesn't show me, right? So then I said, okay, well, I'm going to find out by just putting automatic placement. If you put in automatic placement and say your weak leg or first available, I think mine says weak and then first available, it highlights what side is your weak. So you know, okay, so then I knew. And then if I put weak and first available, it shows being highlighted my inside leg right below Bruce.
Weak.
But I don't know that I want to.
Yeah.
I don't know that. So now that I'm diamond and I have 5 on one side, I think, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side. Wait, 1, 2, 5. I have 5 and 5. Okay. So I'm equal. I'm good. I have an emerald on one that is my husband, and I keep him emerald. And then I have Brianna on 1.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, I have 2 coaches that I possibly am going to sign this month. Okay. So I want to know where to put them. Right. So when I put on there, so do I just keep on building? I guess my question is, do I keep on building my outside legs evenly like that? Or do I want to start putting people on the side that's for volume because I want to start making more money? That's kind of where the part I'm looking at volume now.
Mm-hmm. Can you pull up your screen
because I have
on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
No,
look at
I can
that.
do it. So first I have to, can you take yours off?
Oh, yeah, I
She
think
has to take hers off, I think.
if you click on screen share, it'll say, do you want to remove the current screen share, I think.
Oh,
Otherwise, let me see if I can figure out how.
okay, hold on. Oh, here, screen share. Okay, let me see if I can do that now. Cannot say okay. Oh, I think it says you cannot start screen share while the other participant is sharing.
Okay. It doesn't
My
say.
sharing?
I think Alma's sharing. No, it says
No, 'cause
Shelly's
I closed Alma
screen.
to share mine. So let me close Alma. Oh, wait, there we go.
I'll try again. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, there we go.
All yours.
Okay, give me just a second here. 1 moment here.
I'm so confused.
Okay, Alma, don't be confused. You have 2
I feel
legs.
like my brain is like.
You have your outside your outside inside. So here's your right leg, okay? Here's your right leg. Your right leg has an outside and an inside. You're going to build the outside inside of your right leg. Okay?
Okay. But this whole, now the volume thing, now I'm like.
That might be another call.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's deep.
So basically you're saying you either have to pick rank or volume, right?
Well, you can switch it around anytime you want. I went for rank first. I want to get to diamond.
Right.
That's what I suggest to my coaches. Right?
Yeah,
Julie?
that's definitely. I think,
that's what I do. I'm in a different spot now because I'm already here.
Once you're diamond, then you have a really good picture of who's doing what on your team. Now you've got 8 coaches, so you know where all the action is coming from. You know if your left side is stronger or your right side is stronger. And then that helps you.
That makes sense instead of kind of shooting in the dark.
Yeah, and let's plan, well, next Monday's Memorial Day. I think I'll be around, but I'm totally open for Zooming again, and we can do a volume, and I can show you guys where to find like carryover volume in your back office and how much volume that you have stored up, and then that helps really strategize where to put people so that you, like I've been focused more on volume now for the past month or so, and I've seen my income go up each week by $50 to $100 just by strategizing more about volume versus rank. Like I might not hit my rank goal by summit, but I've got so much untapped volume that I know I need to add more volume onto my left side to balance that out so that I go through my cycle bonuses more often.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot, there's not a lot to learn about that, but we can look at that.
Okay, so here I am, preferred placement. Do you see where it says weak leg first available? Because I didn't know what side my weak leg was. And look where it's wanting to put people, on my inside leg, because I have 5 and 5 on each side, and I have an emerald on each side, so I'm okay on diamond right now, but I have 2 coaches going to come on, hopefully if they do what they say they're going to do. So do you start looking at whether they're going to build business-wise, and so I want to keep them on my outside legs still on each side, or do I start putting people right here where it says to do on my weak leg first available?
Can you go to your very top for me, just so I can get a visual? Sorry. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, if I know how. Oh, here.
So
here
Jessica, who is your upline coach?
Sheila.
Oh, okay, I met her at okay.
Yeah. So I'm on Sheila's leg somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. Okay.
Okay, so slowly go down. So Jessica,
Shelly, what are you thinking?
You've got people on your left inside versus left outside. So scroll down for me. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I'm hearing you.
Okay, so I see Bruce, and then Shelby and Courtney.
Yep, and Steffi.
Okay, so I'm looking at your left leg right now.
Courtney is Bruce's coach. Okay. I put her under there to be him to get diamond. Okay. Then I have Jenny.
Okay, so why did you put Jenny there instead of on your outside?
I think it's because I had weak leg first available.
Okay.
So when I already got to diamond, and then she came on, and it was already set to weak leg first available. And that's
okay. Go ahead and keep scrolling down.
Okay. So then this is my PS coach over here. Okay, we're only looking at left right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's
who's that outside left leg?
I'll show you. This one right here.
Yeah.
I think that is what my VIP coach that did not help me get to diamond, but then she became, she got active.
Okay.
And then Brandon, he's going to be a business builder, and he put, and then this last one was Amelia. She got me to diamond. She was my last one to diamond. And then Sarah is Bruce's coach.
Okay.
Then my last one on here should be Erin, which is Brandon's wife. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait. There might be more.
Erin, yeah. Okay.
That's it.
So don't go back to the top, but just go up a level or 2.
Okay. Can I do that? Or
yeah,
just
click the blue arrow right above that person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'll have to go down again. Sorry.
That's okay.
So so you're thinking you're telling me I shouldn't have put Jenny there.
Yeah, so Jenny is stuck like on that island by herself.
Yep, And she is going to build. And then I thought that I'd build under her right here. That's why my person's red.
So if you build under her, then you're completely neglecting Brandon and Aaron. And
Yeah.
So
just Brandon and Aaron.
And who is this PS right under
Those are the only
Chris?
people on.
that Brandon?
That is Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't build on both of these sides?
You can,
left?
but it would
Left,
take.
because left is my weak leg.
You could, but the way that I think about it is you want to help Jenny, but you want to help Brandon and you want to help Aaron, like people who are really in it.
Okay.
I just remember Trina talking a lot about one guy that she brought on that was a studio owner, and he was going to bring his whole team on. And she could have put him somewhere else to like bump up her rank right away. But instead she strategized where she was going to put him so that he could put his whole team underneath him and make it just a nice clean line, because we really only want two lines so that everybody is feeding the other person. So
okay.
Jenny's kind of,
that's where I made a mistake right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened. Like I said, I think it was just because I have weak leg first available.
I never.
And also, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I never use that top left corner where it says choose automatic or set preferred.
Okay.
I just always
So you
manually. I do the automatic placement.
Okay. I better do that then. I think it's just because I didn't really know, obviously.
Yeah.
So at this time now, you're saying that I have to choose between those sides to build? I can't just go
choose between
because obviously,
left outside?
Yeah, because obviously that's what's happening with me, right? Because no one's building under me. I'm building by myself. There's nobody else's coaches are on here. So whoever's above me doesn't build on this leg. Is that right? Or I'm on there.
If you're not, I'm going to try and pull it up while I'm talking to you. If you're not seeing anybody put under you, then then you're on Sheila's weak leg.
Okay.
But you know what, you guys? Like Lindsay Matway, last year's top coach, was an orphan coach. She had nobody ever put underneath her ever.
Yeah.
It can
I never
totally
cared.
be done.
Right, just wondered.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't matter a whole lot, because if you're not working your business, you don't benefit from anybody that's put under you anyway.
No,
if you are working,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't use that as like, sometimes I think, oh, my income would be so much higher by now if I had people put under me, if I had like an active sponsor coach. Maybe, but not necessarily, because it still has to be that balance of 200 to 100. And if I'm not doing my active part to work my side to build up that team cycle, then I'm not gonna reap the benefits of that team cycle anyway. So she's not.
So at this point, do you just say?
Do what now, Jessica?
What? Oh, I don't know.
What happened?
I guess I was just saying, like, what do you do? What do I do?
What I would do is what I would.
Well, what do I do? Do I just say? Okay.
No, I don't think you need to say anything. I don't think.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think she's in a bad spot. I would work on building your outside left. And then if you see that.
Okay.
It's hard to say, because if you see that everybody on your left is just kind of going poo-poo and not doing anything, and Jenny's going super strong, then she might end up being your strong side of your left leg.
Side of your left leg. Okay, I get it.
But for now, I would work on building the outside left.
Okay, great.
Okay, and your outside right looks good. That looks like a nice clean line.
Yes.
Okay. Whew.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
We really need to have this lesson so much earlier in Rock the Basics.
Yes.
Oh man, yes.
Oh my gosh. Like it needs to be a
Everybody
lesson
stop
and it
screen
needs to be one of the Zooms like in prep class. Prefer like placement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
okay, Benny, go.
I'm gonna put in a word to Trina.
Stop. Here we go.
Definitely.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my God,
like
my Mac is gonna go to sleep. Go tell your dad to get me the charger. Um, I know. Okay, I'm gonna send Sandy a message right now because I'm freaking out. I need to get this done, or else I'm gonna lose sleep at night thinking about it.
I
Like I'm
know.
not gonna be able to sleep unless I have it figured out. So I'm just gonna send her a nice letter or a nice message that I already typed out. Do you guys want to? If it's okay.
Sure.
Okay. So this is what I said. Oh, she's pregnant right now. Don't tell anybody. She hasn't said anything.
Okay, we won't tell anybody.
Says, hi, Sandy.
Wait, what?
Oh, he's gonna tell everybody.
Who's pregnant?
Sandy, the one that she's gonna talk to
Sandy.
about.
Jose's sister's pregnant. No, she already had her baby.
Okay. Okay.
So I wrote, hi Sandy, how's your pregnancy going? Hope everything is going good with you. I wanted to ask you a few important questions. I know you're inactive right now as a coach, and I wanted to know if this is something you think is a permanent thing. I would love to work with you if that's what you would like, but if you are not looking for that right now, I'm really looking to move up in my business, like up. And since you were one of my first coaches, you are in a spot in my downline that I could use for my husband. I want him to be a coach, and I would like him in the place that you are currently in, so that him and I can work our business together. If you could get back to me as soon as you can, please. I would like to figure this all out before I go on maternity leave. No.
I would say I'd like to figure this out this week.
What?
I would say I would like to figure this out this week. Like I'm getting ready to.
Well, I'm going on maternity leave this week.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
that sounds good. You're not.
Yeah, it
making
does.
Reasonable requests. Just asking her standpoint.
Okay.
The only thing I was gonna say is, I mean, I could be wrong, but maybe you don't even have to mention. There's a lot more information in there. You don't even have to.
Oh
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
stop at the downline and wait for
Yeah.
a response. And then if she doesn't want to keep going, then you can just call it there and be like, cool. Then and then you don't have to fill her in on all the.
You don't
Because
have
if
to
she
say all of
doesn't work the business, then she has no idea what the downline is and what spot she's in. And
I know you're inactive right now as a coach and wanted to know if this is something you think is permanent. I would love to work with you, but I'm really looking for. Should I even put that? I'm really looking.
Yes.
To move up.
Yeah, and then send it after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
And then just say, I do want to figure out this week if you could. Yeah, don't have to say about your husband getting the spot. I don't know. That's just a lot of.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe that's just my only.
Like, okay, maybe I do want to work my business.
Well, unless you do.
I don't mind.
I mean, unless, like Shelly said, you do want to say like you are in a really good spot. I mean, unless you want to say that part, like you are in my business center, you're in a really good spot.
She's my first coach. I mean, I would like if she did, of course, because your first coach, you're all happy about and proud of. And,
yeah. But that's just my but you did good. That was good.
Yeah. And message Tanya too. Let me know. You guys, seriously,
I have one last clarifying question now that I'm all confused looking at Jessica's and all the downlines. No, it's okay. It's because I was first. So I even wrote down my question because I was like, I'm going to get confused. So to stay Emerald, I should put a discount coach and an active coach on my left side, strong side, or should I start balancing Brandon's side and then my active coach on Becky's side? Because if I'm trying to stay in rank, I should put them both on Becky's side, right?
You have a new discount coach and a business builder. Is that what you said? Well,
Ashley is the business builder, the one that wants to coach, and she's in a sneak peek right now. And then the discount coach is the one that I'm trying to switch over to the VIP customer. Should I put them both on my left leg since that's my strong leg, and that Becky's going to be inactive every other month. So to keep me in rank, I should put them both on her side instead of putting the active coach on Becky's and a discount on Brandon's instead of splitting it.
I'd put one on the left and one on the right.
Yeah. Okay, so one on Becky's side and one on Brandon's side.
And I might put
okay. So balance them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I might put a business builder on the right, because unless you think that Brandon's going to build his business. Because if Brandon starts...
That's hard to... Yeah. Probably not when he's with 24 Hour Fitness. That's the only... He doesn't want it to be a conflict of interest.
Yeah. So you've got time then.
Totally could, because he's been like posting things and like, yeah, he's been super inspired, but he's kind of stuck between that rock and a hard spot because he works for a corporate. It'd be like if I went to work for Pete's Coffee, like it would be like they would, right? So I'm like, and that was the big thing with Natalie. Like Alex was like, don't talk to Michelle or Brandon about coaching ever. Like when she even like had wanted to mention it, Alex was like, don't do it. But I think he was more scared than Natalie was, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking in terms of like volume and rank. I'm thinking now in terms of diamond. So in terms of diamond, it would just be about the numbers 4 and 4. But if Brandon's just going to be discount for a while,
under each side.
If he's just going to be discount for a while, then you could put a business builder on your right side under him. But then, see, it's just hard. It's just like, so like it can be such a different scenario every single time. Because if you've got 2 discount coaches on your left and one of them, and they just flip flop and they go inactive and then they're active one month and then not the other, then you're just stuck, and then you could go in and out of Emerald.
Yeah, so, I don't want to do that. So that's where I'm like.
So maybe put a business builder on your left. Yeah. I decided, yes. Put a business builder on your left and put a discount coach on your right.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And then now, after that, after you've got your first 4 coaches, then it gets a little bit easier to strategize.
Right, but I think, that main goal for me is probably to stay in rank and move up rank if we're going to worry about rank before we are volume.
Yeah. That's what I got. Yeah, that's how I felt personally.
That was my thing.
Diamond.
But yeah.
Okay.
And then once you get to like 6 coaches, let's talk again and talk about who you see that's really, who's really working hard and like what you see going on each leg. And then so you can strategize who your diamonds are going to be. Because there's such a shift that comes once you're diamond. Such a big shift in terms of leadership and how you structure your team and leading people the way, and it becomes more about them, really, than it does about you and your coaches and your business. It just takes on a whole new. You take on a whole new role.
Come here.
Thank you so much.
Turn around. Yes, thank you.
We need another one of these. Now to talk about volume next.
Yeah, we can talk about volume. I think we're going to be around next week, so I'm all for Monday, Memorial Day, if you guys are up for another Zoom, and we can get into our back offices and look at volume and carry over volume and balancing and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to stop recording.
So if I scroll up on my,
Yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I was just going to say, if I scrolled up on my genealogy, would I see the rest of Shelly's? Is that how essentially it's supposed to? No. Okay.
No, you can just see from you and down.
You just see what? Oh, okay. Got it. That makes sense.
From you down.
If I don't go into labor by Monday, then I'll be
okay. Let's hope you have that baby.
We're going to hope that you're not on just simply because we want you to have your baby.
Yes.
And
although tell somebody to go on Team Ignite the Fire and tell us.
Oh yeah,
that you're in labor. Okay, good.
And that we expect a live Zoom from the delivery room.
Yeah. Exactly. At least like the next day, or something. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, thank